So this is a farm channel run by a social media data analyst. If you've been following along, you know that I was a social media data analyst for 14 years, and I got laid off twice in the past less than a year. And I have a big farm that I built with the money that I made from that, and without the money that I made from that, we're in jeopardy. So I took to Instagram and I used the things that I've learned over the past 14 years to rapidly skyrocket all of my metrics. So I'm starting a new series on here called Social Media Sundays, where I'm going to teach you exactly what I did and exactly how to do it yourself. So if you feel like you're stuck in view jail, stick around. First things first, I am a data analyst. I'm not a social media guru. I am not going to give you some generalized bullshit that doesn't tell you anything about how to fix your Instagram. Instagram's my jam. YouTube I'm learning, which is unfortunate because realistically, if you're looking to make money on social media, Instagram's not it. I mean, it could be it if you have digital products, which I guess I should probably get on. I'm not good at business, but I'm great with data. So for this first video, let's go through some of the guru advice that has been given and what I've found to be somewhat true, and then a complete and total lie. I'm walking Luna while we do this, and she doesn't want to go back the other way. Say hi, Luna. No, okay. Starting off with the first piece of advice that every single guru is going to give you, niching down. Should you niche down? Should you just make your channel one cohesive thing? Yeah, that's a half-truth. Yes, absolutely niche down, but not for the reason that they're telling you. So the social media gurus will tell you that you need to niche down and make your account very clear to the algorithm, so the algorithm knows where to send your content. Nah. For each reel that you post, it has a different... We'll talk about that later. For each reel that you post, the algorithm is going to send it somewhere different. Each reel is sent out to find its own audience. So if that's not the case, why should you niche down? Let's put our logical hats on for a second. Let's pretend that you are scrolling Instagram and you see a bomb-ass cooking video, a great one, something that you want to see thousands more videos, something you want to binge, and you save it and you follow that creator. Walking uphill and doing this was a bad idea. So you follow that creator directly from their video, and a couple days later, you see some stuff you don't recognize in your algorithm. Your For You page is pushing out Nazi propaganda. And you're like, whoa, hold on, wait, that's not my jam. What is this? And you go looking through their page. And you're like, oh my God, there's that cooking video. Do Nazis cook? I don't know, I just came up with that. Anyways, I would hope that that's an immediate unfollow. You don't want to be that. I mean, you definitely don't want to be a Nazi. Don't be a Nazi. So from just a logical perspective, you don't want to be posting things and, God forbid, something go like extra viral. You start getting followers for content that you don't make, or for content that people want to see more of, and then they get to your page and it's not there. Which kind of feeds into point number 2. Gurus tell you to post and post and post and post and post and post and post. Post all the time. Post 8 times a day. If you can keep up with that kind of a strategy, more power to you. But five times a day, 8 times a day, multiple times a day, it's a lot. And honestly, when you're first trying to figure out what kind of content you want to create or what kind of pacing your audience likes, we'll talk about that later, you're going to have some flops. And even as somebody who's cleared 13 million views in less than 30 days, I have flops. Sometimes I'm not in it. I'm trying to post that day and I'm trying to get something out. And then I post something that I realistically know wasn't quality. It didn't follow my strategy. It didn't follow my formula for a viral reel. And it flops. Shocker. And it hurts my feelings. So if you're somebody who doesn't really take either rejection or failure well, don't post that much. Post, yes, just don't post that much. If you follow along, we're gonna cover a specific time-stamped formula for how to make things Instagram attention span friendly. Because that's really important to keep in mind. People here on YouTube, longer attention spans. People on Instagram, you can lose me after like 2.5 seconds or less. So to recap, niche down, absolutely. Not for the reason they're telling you. Niche down because people love consistency. I don't want a surprise. I want more of what I liked already. And 2, post, yes, but choose a pacing that works for you. And understand that there are gonna be some flops. While we're on that topic, don't delete the flops. Keep them. Once you get your traction and once you get a good idea of this formula that I'm going to talk about in future videos, those views will go up as long as they're in your niche. If they're like wildly outside of them, people aren't going to keep scrolling your stuff. They're just going to look at the stuff that they like. The flops also teach you something, and if you delete them and you don't have another system of saving them, you can't learn from them. Which brings me to my third and final point, and feeds into next week's Social Media Sunday. Each reel and carousel that you post has individual analytics, and you can go in and take a look at everything from your engagement rate to your views to your likes. I mean, that's in your engagement, but the drop-off point where you lost people. So you need to keep those flops because we can go back through those, take a look at where you lost people, and edit that, and then kick it out again and see how it does. So next week I'm going to teach you how to read those analytics and how to look at those numbers and figure out where things went right, where things went wrong, things you need to double down on. We'll probably only cover just a little bit because honestly there's a lot that you can glean from those little numbers. Stick around, I will teach you how to read all of it, maybe just not in one video. I am trying to learn like YouTube's pacing. Not my forte. Instagram is absolutely my forte, but unfortunately teaching something this in depth, I mean it's 14 years worth of knowledge, that's a lot more than like a 20-second attention span. I can't teach this on Instagram. I did try, it's just too much to shove into one video, and the social media gurus can do it because they're giving you super vague advice. And normally it's super vague advice from really big creators. What do they know about the ground level? I started this less than 30 days ago, 13 million views. I started with 1,200 followers and a dead account. If you go back through my stuff before, I think like the 13th of May, I hadn't posted for years. And I was only posting lifting videos and I didn't care about making them engaging. I just was kind of keeping a diary of my lifts so I didn't have to write them down. I already had to send the videos to my coach, so why not just double up, put them on Insta? So I'm not some big creator that is using my massive following to get all these views. I'm using my brain and I want to share it. Like, subscribe, please subscribe. Like I said, I'm trying to save the farm with this, so I will gladly, so very gladly teach you everything I know for free. Let YouTube pay. Once I get monetized, then ad revenue can cover all the things that I get to teach you. This is a shameless plug. That being said, I do offer one-on-one social media coaching. Because honestly, like taking the strategies and implementing them will help you a lot. But having someone sit down and take a look at your best performing reels, your worst performing reels, look at your profile, see if it's cohesive, see if I go to your profile and I know what I'm about to get from your videos. Looking at video quality, which is ironic because this is a terrible video quality. But it works for farm YouTubers, so different strategy, different app. So yeah, if you want to learn how to hack your algorithm, that's not real. Anyone who tells you that is a liar. So that was a joke. So if you're interested in finding out how Instagram works and how to make it work for you, subscribe, stick around. How many content creator coaches can you follow that will walk around on a farm, show you pigs and dogs, and there are roosters crowing in the background? I'm gonna wrap this up and get her inside because we're losing daylight. Come on, Luna. Her recall is not as good as Freddie's. Come on, baby. There we go. So we'll catch you next time for how to find, read, and implement your Instagram analytics. Bye.